Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm reviewing set 71838, Kai's Motorcycle Speed Race. It comes with 79 pieces and 2 minifigures. So, let's get into it. Although before we start, I'd just like to point out how this set unfortunately does not have paper bags. I've now built everything up, so let's get into it. Starting off with Kai's bike, you can see that it has a little dagger on the side, and that's the same on the other side as well. Moving on, we have the bottom, which is quite bland, but on the top, I quite like the detailing on it. Next up, we have the other bike, which is for the Spectral Dragonian, and while it's similar, it's very different as the wheels are smaller and have red on the inside, and the weapon is different. In fact, it's the same as the Spectral Dragonian figure's weapon. And then on the top of it, the spike bits at the front are different to Kai's bike, and then the bottom is basically the same. Moving on to the minifigures, we have Kai, but before we look at him in greater detail, I just want to point out how amazing the reveal blade looks. It's dual moulded really well, and it works if you're trying to reveal one of the secret messages in the other sets. Unfortunately, those secret messages don't come in this set though. Next up, we have the armour piece, and that is also dual moulded in red and gold very well. Unfortunately, there is a little bit where the print is all wrong, but other than that, it's very, very cool. The dragon head is what takes the cake for me. For Kai's head and hair, he just uses his movie face and headband hairpiece. One of the cool things about the Ghost Hunter or Spectral suits is that each of the ninja now have dark red on them, which means their suits are even more aligned. However, as much as I like the suit, it feels like it's just a copy of the climber suits from 2024. Before we move on to the Spectral Dragonian, I have 2 things left. 1, this symbol on the back looks very cool, and 2, this is the minifigure with his hood up. So, the Spectral Dragonian. That figure's very cool, but let's take a greater dive into it. His weapon isn't as cool as a reveal blade, as it's just Strix's and the other Forbidden Five's hilt pieces, but in grey, and the blue bit is just a recolour of last year's Cinder and Jordana weapons. However, everything else about this figure makes up for the slightly bad weapon, as demonstrated by the torso and legs I have here, and they're moulded in transparent blue. That looks amazing on it. Next up, we move on to the face, and the grin on it looks very menacing, and on the other side you can see that it has the Forbidden Five symbol. Next up, we move on to his helmet and armour, and they're just recolours of the previous armour for the Dragonians from earlier this year. Here's a comparison between the 2 Dragonian warriors, and if anyone was wondering, they can still have the helmet on backwards. So, what would I rate this set out of 10? I'll give it a solid 8, but mainly because the figures are so good. The bikes are okay, but very fun to play with. So, would I recommend buying this set? Definitely if you don't have much of a budget. It's a great way to get 2 amazing figures, and it only costs £8.99 or $9.99.